We start tonight with the firing of Seattle police officer Kevin Dave. Officer Dave hit and killed 23-year-old Jaahnavi Kandula in a Seattle crosswalk while responding to an overdose call almost 2 years ago. Thanks for joining us for the news at 6. I'm David Rose.
And I'm Sabir Rayford. Fox 13's Jennifer Dowling is joining us live now in the newsroom with the details on that decision.
Good evening. We reached out to SPD, and a spokesperson did confirm late this afternoon that Officer Kevin Dave had been fired. The firing also follows the conclusion of an OPA investigation that determined Dave had violated several policies.
A letter went out department-wide from the chief talking about the decision. It read that the case was reviewed by the King County Prosecutor's Office and declined for prosecution last year. However, it was referred to the Seattle City Attorney's Office, and Dave was then charged with second-degree negligent driving. The Seattle Office of Police Accountability, or OPA, waited until both criminal and civil infraction cases were complete before completing their investigation. OPA found that the officer violated several department policies. Those included a standards and duties policy that states that employees must adhere to laws, an emergency vehicle operations policy that states that officers should modify their emergency response when appropriate, and another that states that officers are responsible for the safe operation of their police vehicle, and another that states that officers are to use emergency lights during a response. The letter then went on to say, "I believe the officer did not intend to hurt anyone that night, and that he was trying to get to a possible overdose victim as quickly as possible. However, I cannot accept the tragic consequences of his dangerous driving. His positive intent does not mitigate the poor decision that caused the loss of a human life and brought discredit to the Seattle Police Department." You may recall that former Seattle police officer and vice president of the Police Officers Guild, or SPOG, was also fired after Kandula's death. Daniel Otterer could be heard on body camera video laughing and making what many consider disturbing comments about Kandula's death, saying she had limited value because of her age. This is a sample from that recording.
Just write a check. Just $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
He was fired by interim police chief Sue Rahr. He has maintained that the joke was taken out of context and that he was actually mocking city attorneys.
And Otterer filed a $20 million tort claim against the city after he was fired, claiming wrongful termination. We've reached out to his attorney to see the status of that claim. As for Officer Kevin Dave, I reached out to OPA and the Police Officers Guild for any comment, and I am waiting to hear back. In the newsroom, Jennifer Dowling, Fox 13 News.